the youngest woman to give birth in the world, in history, was 5 years old. In our lifetime, we survive about 36 murderers. Yeah, 36 murderers are the guys that you survive in your lifetime. Yeah, mic check 1 2. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Boom Podcast. Of course, the very first of its kind and the first of the many to come. Yeah, this is the very first episode, and yeah, we're trying to build something that actually could get us somewhere right there. We'll be featuring a lot of guest artists, guest DJs, guest anything, the guys that have made it in the limelight, guest speakers. Of course, those guys who have something to talk about culture, about business growth, and all that. We have a diverse set that will actually be right here, man. Everything seems to be coming our way, but of course, you have to start small, like I always tell you. And yeah, God did. Today marks the very first of this. Feels like we're heading there. Happy 2026 to most of you guys that I haven't seen in a while. And yeah, this is the very first episode of the Boom Podcast. All you need to do is subscribe to this YouTube channel and maybe get down to all our socials. We are on TikTok, Boom Podcast. Maybe also have to check out on my accounts at Amos Boom MC. And then we actually distribute these podcasts, amazing podcasts, down on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify, Deezer, True Fans, and about 20 other more. So you can actually enjoy the audio podcasts. And yeah, thank you so very much and welcome aboard. Now today I felt like I have to bring some craziest human facts. I thought like I should bring these craziest human facts that will actually blow your mind. You'll be like, bro, I never knew about this. And yeah, that's why we are locked in so hard. Murigumite, subscribe to the channel and let's start right away. Now, for the first very time, I'm questioning myself and like, our life is at stake. Do you know, guys, that for an average adult in our lifetime, we survive about 36 murderers. Yeah, 36 murderers are the guys that you survive in your lifetime. And this is crazy. Like, where are we heading to? And some of you, it could be more based on the life that you're living, very dangerous life. But an adult human survives about 36 murderers in their lifetime. That's mind blowing. I never knew about that. And of course, I was actually checking blows in here and there. I found out that some other fact is that the youngest woman to give birth in the world, in history, was 5 years old. That's crazy. That's very crazy. Like, the youngest human ever to give birth was 5 years old. Now this chick, actually this lady was called Lindy Medina, but in Spanish they say Meina, is from Peru. Now Lady Medina from Peru is the youngest woman or the youngest human ever to give birth, and she gave birth at 5 years, 7 months and 21 days. That's crazy. 5 years, 7 months and 21 days. That's Lady Medina from Peru, and that's very crazy and awful, man. She actually conceived when she was 4. That's according to the facts that I see right here. Now you can imagine how does a 4-year-old give birth. That's crazy. Gets me questioning science. 4 years old, she conceived and she gave birth later. That was in the year 1939. Yeah, May 1939 on the 14th. That's Medina. And of course, some other fact that I see right here. Now, tell me why our nostrils cannot breathe at the same time. They do alternate every time we are breathing. That science is crazy. Sometimes I actually wonder why people question God, because why on earth don't you see that God exists? Now, our nostrils on the same nose actually alternate. They work in shifts, and they say that the shifts take about 4 to 6 hours to alternate. You can see, so one nostril can breathe for all that time before the other switches to breathe. That's an amazing work of art of God, man. And of course, we can't take God for granted, just like I see many of you guys. Now, some other fact, you all know that a blue whale's tongue weighs as much as an adult elephant. That's crazy though. A blue whale's tongue can weigh as much as an adult female elephant. On an average, yeah, the heart of a blue whale on an average can also weigh as much as a small car. Crazy. And maybe that just justifies why a blue whale is the largest and heaviest animal on earth, because it has this gigantic size and all that. So a blue whale's tongue weighs as much as the weight of, a fully grown elephant. Weighs about 6,000 kilograms. That's about something like 2.7 metric tons. Crazy, man, crazy. Some other fact that I have here, on average, a 4-year-old, that is just a toddler, is transitioning from a baby into an adult child, something like that. So on an average, a 4-year-old child can ask about 450 questions in a day. Now that's not crazy though, because these little humans can ask very many questions. Why this, why that, why that? So on an average, these guys in a day, they can ask about 450 questions. Insane. Some other factor I see right here, that throughout our lifetime, on average, every person swallows about 8 spiders. Ooh. We swallow about 8 small spiders in our lifetime, whether you're asleep, whether in food, whether or what. So on average, throughout our lifetime, we swallow about 8 spiders. And that's insane. That's crazy, man. That's so crazy. Your body is 1 centimeter taller every moment that you wake up in the morning. Yeah, your body is taller by 1 centimeter. You're asking the question, why now does the body shrink? So throughout the day, while we're working, we wake up and we start to move here and there and there, our body actually reduces. They say that our body, our tissues and our muscles get compressed and squashed. So that's why by the time we go to sleep, our body is 1 centimeter less, actually the height when we wake up. So our body is always 1 centimeter taller in the morning compared to the time when we go to sleep. That's mind-blowing also, man. You wake up 1 centimeter taller every time. Some other factor I see right here is that a kiss increases a person's heartbeat pulse to 100 heartbeats per minute or more. That's crazy. A kiss can increase our heartbeat by 20 heartbeats per minute. So that means that, that's because our normal heartbeat is supposed to be about 65 to 85, according to science, 65 to 85 heartbeats per minute. But a kiss can increase that to 100 heartbeats per minute. That's when someone kisses you, your heart skips a bit and starts to beat randomly, 100 heartbeats per minute. That's crazy science fact. And of course, a lot of these more, they could actually come in every time. And they say that a kiss, when someone kisses you, every time we kiss, people are transmitting 278 types of bacteria from one person to another through a kiss. You know what that means? 278 bacterial types, could be infectious or non-infectious, are transmitted through a kiss. And they say that luckily enough, 95% of these are actually non-infectious. They're nothing, they're just dead bacterial types. So that's why we are lucky, man. Crazy facts. You could drop any fact in the comment section that you know about science and human life, and maybe in our next episode we could be talking about more and more before we get the guests. But this is where you should lock in. Well, now I'm gonna see you next time, but I'm giving you a task, of course, of subscribing to the YouTube channel. And yeah, let's keep growing, man. Let's keep growing the Boom Podcast. Share the link, make sure some other person knows. Get down to our audio podcasts on Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer and all that. Please make sure you check out on this amazing podcast, because next time we could be having a huge guest telling us about their lives and all that. So make sure to lock in. But for now, hang in tight till I see you in the next episode.